what God has said remains true, regardless of who messes up what God has said. Are y'all following me? So again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but y'all have to understand, you are attached to a Learjet. We are not walking. We are not riding a bicycle. We are not on a scooter. We're not in a car. We're not on a train. This ministry is on a plane. Are you understand what I'm saying? So when you connect properly here, you're connecting to flying, not walking. But you're going to have to understand scripturally what your part is towards God so God can bless you and trust you financially. So I'm going to give you these scriptures real quick, and then I'm going on about my business. It says, now the sons of Eli were the sons of Belial, meaning the devil. Eli was the high priest, and his sons were wicked. These boys, all they did was whore and steal. They slept with the women in the church. Go read the scriptures. All they was doing was sleeping around with the women in the church, and they was stealing the church's money. It says they knew not the Lord. Go into verse 13, and then go down to verse maybe 17 after that. It says, and the priest's custom with the people was that when any man offered a sacrifice, so catch this, it was a custom before God for people to give a sacrifice or an offering. Giving is a custom in the kingdom. You say, why do we give? It's customary. It's no different than when you being polite to a guest that comes to your house. It's a custom that you be polite to people that come to your house. It's a custom in the kingdom that we give. People say, why do we give to God? He's king. It's a custom that you give to kings. It's customary. Go over into verse 17. Wherefore, the sin of the young men was very great before the Lord. Still talking about his sons. For the men, watch this, they abhorred the offering of the Lord. They spit on giving to God. They stole from God. They cheated in their giving. Go into verse 18. But Samuel ministered before the Lord with great. So long story short, if you keep reading, Eli goes and tries to pray for his boys. And the Lord says, watch this, the high priest could normally go in and pray on behalf of anybody, and the Lord will respond. He says, when he goes to pray for his boys, the Lord said, stop. He says, there's no need for you to pray, because when a man steals from God, he has to deal with me directly. There's nothing you can do when a man steals from me. So no matter how much I pray for you, I can pray for you financially till I'm blue in the face. Ain't nothing going to happen until you get to a place. Watch this. I can show it to you, but I really want to get into my message. Go over to verse 22 in chapter 3. Go into chapter. No. What chapter are we in now? Chapter 2. Go into verse 22. If you can. Watch this. Now Eli was very old and heard that all his sons, what his sons was doing unto Israel, and how they lay with the women, and they assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 23. And he said unto them, why do you do these things? I heard all your evil dealings. Go into the next verse. Nay, for the sons, for it is, watch this, for it is not a good report that I hear. You make the Lord's people to sin. You're causing the Lord's people to sin. Verse 25. They're supposed to be watching the temple, and instead they sleeping around. Watch this. Here it goes. If one man sins against another, then the judge shall judge him. But if a man does what? Watch this. Who's going to help you? Who's going to stand in for your behalf, notwithstanding they hearken to the voice of their father? He says, when a man sins directly against God, when you rob God in your giving, you're cheating yourselves, and now you got to answer to God. And I don't understand what people don't understand about what they don't understand. Like, when somebody's giving you truth, you have to search your hearts and say, God, how can I make this right going forward? And so I'm done. That's all I want to talk to you about. Like, I'm not going to put, you cannot keep stealing the tithe and think you're just going to show up in heaven like I'm finally here. Like, what is it that you don't, what is it that's in you that makes you want to keep a dime out of every dollar for yourself? Instead of releasing it so a blessing can come on your finances. Like, again, the sinners have no problem in their disbursement of funds. It's only when you get in church that you start grabbing your hearts, your pocketbooks, and everything else, and you're trying to come up with every reason why you ain't supposed to do the right thing. Again, we need millions. I need millionaires, not robbers in this church. I need people that's going to let us plant churches all over the world, people that see the vision, and it's going to let us minister this gospel so souls all over the earth are going to be saved. And so you got to start where you are. You start with, you ain't going to never get to giving $100,000 a year if you can't get 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000. Facts. Tell your neighbor facts. Those are facts. And you can't say, when I get it, I'm going to give it. Those are lies. Tell your neighbor lies. So they got on the screen how you can give. All right, come on. So we've been talking about what? The blessing, right? Yeah. The blessing. Okay, all right, let's move. Let's see how fast, let's see how far we can move. Okay, hey, that can't be right, my clock. Okay, all right. So I've been teaching a series called The Blessing. I know all of you, some of you may be visiting. So I've been teaching in a series for the last 7 weeks called The Blessing. Now, what we found out is that when God created man, go over to Genesis 1:26, when God created man, God put something on man that would assure man's success. Now, when did the blessing come? The blessing came after God created man. When did this blessing come? He created us right here in Genesis 1:26, and God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. He created mankind in Genesis 1:26. Now go over to 1:28. After he creates mankind, then this blessing comes to rest on mankind. Catch this. The purpose of it was to empower man to prosper. The purpose of the blessing was to ensure that the God that he created in the earth. So you have to remember, we're created in his image. I mean, that in itself is just bananas. It's powerful. Like, I'm not just a mere man. No, I'm a God man in the earth. Watch this. All of God's attributes were in us. Like, can you just catch that for 1 second? Everything that God was, Adam was. Like, no, he was beyond powerful. He was before his spiritual eyes got closed and his natural eyes got open, this man was everything that all of us have dreamed about being. He had no insecurity, no shame. Everything he spoke came to pass. He was he became a speaking spirit just like God. And this, God puts this blessing on him to make sure that everything he does increases. Could you imagine a life of no failure? This boy was set up so he couldn't fail. The only thing this boy had to do was just obey God. Why is obedience so hard for us? Why can't we just do what we're supposed to do? Like, why is this? No, I'm being so serious. Like, I'll show it to you and say, okay, so this blessing. So I looked up, I was studying just what some of these other, I have this resource that has like over 100,000 to 1 million different books that it researches. And so I was just saying, okay, what are some of these other things saying about the blessing? I'm just curious. It says a blessing is a wish or an expression. Catch this. This is a secular term for the blessing. We're talking about the spiritual blessing. But I want to read to you what it says because you can get something out of this. It says a blessing is a wish or an expression or a gift of well-being to another. In cases of a divine blessing, it comes as an act of favor of the one being blessed. So it's a wish or an expression or a gift of well-being to another when you bless somebody. It's a gift of well-being. But catch this now. God wanted to make sure we were going to be well, not temporarily, but permanently when he created us.
Yes, sir.
Who wants temporary blessings? My God. Watch this. It's great now, but it's hard later. Watch this. Because most of our lives are like this. And you're going to find out when this blessing is on you, it's not that you don't have trials, it's that you're riding above everything that's coming after you. Can you see that? Can you see going through a test or a trial, watch this, and never sweating? Like Mike Tyson in his prime was like nothing you had ever seen. When he got in that ring, it was like letting a lion loose on a rabbit in his prime. But after that boy fell, after he fell and he lost that tenacity, it was like he became a mere man all of a sudden. And that's the same thing that happened to Adam. It's like after he fell, now I'm getting beat up. And that's what some of y'all are in your life. You getting beat up because you won't suit up. Because you won't wear the thing that you're supposed to be wearing, you're going through unnecessary pain when you don't have to. So watch this now. The blessing, I like to say it like this. I got a lot of definitions for the blessing. I like to say it's God smeared on man. It's God on you. Not God in you, but it's God on you. It's like when God is on me, it's just like it's a different swagger. It's a different flow. It's like you can't tell me that I'm going to lose. You can't tell me that I'm not blessed. Like, you know, like, and that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why some of y'all, you don't have proper accountability. What's the point of you coming in here if you ain't going to let me check you? No, you coming in here and me not checking you, that's a game everybody's playing. That's a religious game for you to get your religious fix. That's not a recipe for growth. If nobody's checking you, you ain't growing. You heard what I just said? I don't care how old you are. Don't look at me like you old and like you grown. Because nobody's too grown to stop growing. There is no end to growth in the spirit. Y'all think that after you hit 18, I'm grown. Wait, where is that at? Where y'all getting this stuff from? No, when you hit 18, you're released to go to jail or do something or do whatever. You ain't released to be grown. Everybody need accountability. And see, the problem with some of y'all, you're struggling because you won't let nobody put hands on you to grow you. That's a whole nother story. Okay, so watch this. So the blessing comes in. It's God smeared on man. It's an endowment of God on man. It's an endowment. So I looked up the word endowment. I heard it this morning. I heard him say it's an endowment. And I said, I kind of knew what an endowment was, but I had to look it up. And it says an endowment is a fund, or it is a property, fund, or revenue that is permanently appropriated for the support of an individual. An endowment, it's a property, fund, or revenue that is set up to permanently take care or support an individual, an institution. Y'all ever seen a hospital or get an endowment, or a school or get an endowment? Y'all ever heard of that before? Where you've got an endowment, and it's called the blessing. Watch this. You got a fund, a spiritual fund that has been permanently set up for you to make sure that you're always provided for. Y'all ain't hearing me. Watch this. So anytime you're experiencing lack, watch this, something is off, and you gotta find out what is going on, because as long as I'm wearing this, I should be prospering. Are y'all following me? Okay, so catch this now. So when did the blessing come? The scripture on the screen. See, that's why I teach this thing 100 different ways. That's why I teach it 100 different ways. Because you sitting in here, you listening, but I don't want you to just listen. I need you to wear this. So for you to wear this, I'm going to have to put it on you. That's why I'm teaching it 100 different ways. That's why this is my 7th sermon on the same topic, and I'm going back and I'm doubling down on what I'm teaching. Because I'm not going to let you slip up out of here without a coat. Yeah. Y'all ain't fast enough for me this morning. Y'all ain't fast enough for me this morning. I'm not going to let you get up out here without wearing this. See, that's why I'm doubling down on it. When did the blessing come? In Genesis 1:28. He put it on you. Okay? All right, so let me slow down. Maybe I'm being too fancy with it. Okay? When did it leave? It did. It left in Genesis 3. Go over to Genesis 3. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. All right. Go over to Genesis 3. We know about the serpent. Serpent spoke to Eve. Go and try verse 5. Let's see where we end up in verse 5. Okay. For God does know that in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes will be open. This is Satan talking to Eve, and he tells her, watch this, in the day that you eat of the tree, your eyes are going to be open. The girl already had all revelation. The girl had all revelation. The girl was flowing in the blessing. And he tells her, he says, no, once you eat of this, so watch this, Satan takes things and he tries to deceive you or misconstrue things. Some of y'all relationships are jacked up not because of what people said, but because of what Satan said to you. Whole nother story. Okay, next verse. Come on. I got somewhere to go if y'all let me get there. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, watch this now. Catch this just very quickly. When she saw that the tree was good for food, watch this. This is the first time that she saw with a perverted eye. The tree was there the whole time. This is the first time she doesn't see the tree in a spiritual manner. She sees it in a natural manner. She had never saw the tree as food because she knew she wasn't supposed to touch it. So watch this. When I hear right, I see right. When she heard wrong, she saw wrong. Did you catch that? Long as she was hearing from God, she was seeing everything the way that it was supposed to be saw. She saw the tree right. The minute that she got heard from Satan, he perverted her ears, and now she's seeing something in a manner that she should not see it in. So now she sees it for food, and that it was pleasant for the eyes, desired to make one wise. She takes the fruit. She eats thereof. Go ahead. Long story short, she eats thereof, and the eyes of them both were open. They were both naked, and they sewed fig leaves together. They made themselves aprons. Go ahead. They heard the voice of the God walking in the garden, and Adam said, and hid himself from the presence of the Lord amongst the trees. And watch this. Go ahead. Verse 9. And the Lord called unto Adam and said, Adam, where are you? Go ahead. He left his position. And he said, I heard the voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was what? Naked. We know that, watch this, prior to him feeling naked, he felt clothed. Prior to him feeling naked, he felt clothed. But watch this. Was he naked before he felt naked? Yes. But he didn't feel naked. Because he was clothed in something, watch this, that was an endowment that would make sure that he always felt like he was provided for and the presence of God was continually residing. Folks, listen to me. This life will beat your behind if you don't slip something on. This life will throw you so many blows that sometimes you don't know if you got hit on the right cheek or the left cheek. I don't even know if I turned the right way. It's just like when the hit's coming, you just like, what in the world is going on? Y'all know what I'm talking about? But watch this. You are supposed to have dominion in every area of your life, in every circumstance in your life. You were born to win every day of your life. Are y'all hearing me? Okay, come on, because I'm trying to get y'all to understand this and catch up before I move, because I don't want to leave y'all behind. So watch this. So he says, what are you doing? Who told you that? Who told you that the blessing was removed? Or better yet, let me ask y'all this. What happened to you that told you that the blessing wasn't still there? What happens in your life? What circumstance happened to make you feel like, because let's be honest, I've been doing this long enough, people be like, where was God at? Where was God at? You going to, who are you to go ask God where is he at? He says, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. He asking you, where you at? Who in that right mind roll up on G like on God, like, where you at, God? I don't know. You got me out here, God. He asking you, you crazy as Dickens. Where you at? I've been here the whole time. Where you at? You the one that left position. Watch this. No, because I'm doing these funerals. I'm burying all these young boys last week, teenagers last week. That's not my whole job last week, burying teenagers. It's unheard of. This mess has to stop. No, you got to understand. And I'm going to these funerals, and I got to make phone calls after these funerals because people are getting up saying, I don't understand why God would do this. God ain't out here killing nobody. Stop putting this stuff on God. No, y'all are going to stop putting evil on my daddy. Y'all going to stop going around acting like when people doing evil, like God got something to do with this. Y'all messing people up like that. I had an uncle. My uncle, I got an uncle. Well, one of my aunties she married a Caucasian man, and he was an atheist. I don't know if he's still an atheist or not. I ain't talked to him in a couple of years, but he was an atheist, and he came to church here for something, and he was like, I was really inspired by. Years ago, he came in to hear me preach, and he was like, I was really inspired by that. And the reason that he was a scientist too, but one of the reasons he said he was an atheist, and I got to move. I'm talking about the blessing, but just let me tell y'all this real quick, because somebody knows in the back need to hear this. So he was telling me, he said, the reason that I struggle with God, he said, because when I was a little boy, my sister died. He said, I was about 8 years old and my sister died. She was about 5, and my sister died. And he said, there was a preacher that came to the house. He said, I'll never forget it. That preacher told my daddy that it was the will of God that my sister died. And from that day forward, his image of God was a God that kills little girls. I'm so tired of going to these funerals with bad doctrine, bad teaching, and people getting up like God killing folks. Stop doing that to people. Our God is a loving God. He's a God. Okay, all right. So, okay, let me tie it in. Let me tie it all in. Okay, we talking about the blessing. Let's tie this thing all in. Okay, so when the curse came, right here, when they ate of the tree, watch this, they released the curse. Okay, so when the curse came, watch this, it brought spiritual death, it brought poverty, and it brought sickness and disease. What did I just say? When it came, it brought what? Spiritual death. That's what released on us when we disobeyed God and the curse came. We opened the door to the curse. But catch this now. when Jesus comes, how do we get from under this curse that releases spiritual death, poverty, sickness, and disease? Watch this. Okay, all right. Philip, come here. Get that, hold that. Come here, Prince. Hold that, come here. Okay, so y'all stand right there, Prince. Stand right there. Okay, so watch this. So when we was in the garden, we was wearing this. I'm talking about this blessing. Just living like, Eid means voluptuous living. We wearing this, and it's just like, OMG, my life is so fabulous and so good, and I don't have no worries, and the lions and the tigers and the bears obey me, and it's just like, oh my, I'm so fly. It's just like all is well. The moment that Adam eats of the tree, it comes off. Take it off, Prince. It comes off. But watch this. When that came off, this came on. Watch this. Spiritual death. What else? Poverty. And what else? Sickness and disease. So watch this now. Come on, y'all got to keep up because I got way more to teach. So watch this now. When did this come off? Go to Galatians 3 real quick. Galatians 3:13. Watch this. And this, I'm burning up in this right now. Like, I want to get it all so fast. Hurry up, Galatians 3:13. Like, no, I mean, because watch this. It don't even feel good with this on me. Watch this. Christ has brought me back from what? From the what? He's brought me back from the curse. Take this off me. He took this off of me. Watch this. Verse 14. Why did he take it off of me? That I could put this back on. Can y'all see that? Okay, so watch this. What did I do to receive this? Nothing. Watch this. So how do I watch this. Take it back off. Watch this. So I got two options. Deuteronomy 30:19. Try Deuteronomy 30:19. It don't matter. Choose you this day whom you gonna serve. Choose you blessings or curses. Try Deuteronomy 30:19. See if that's it. Watch this. I'm standing here. I have a choice of which life I'm going to live. I'm going to live under this or I'm going to live under this. But watch this now. Both are available to me. But watch this. This doesn't, watch this. While this costs me nothing, to put it on, I still got to use my faith. Because I can stand here till Jesus comes back and never wear that. So to get in it, it's available. But watch this. Here it goes. Call heaven and earth to record this day. I have set before you what? I've set before you life and death. I've set before you what? Blessings and curses. But what I got to do? I got to choose. I got to choose. So watch this. By faith, I'm choosing to wear this by faith. Watch this. This is not some type of mental ascension where I gotta, oh my God, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. No, it is I'm blessed, but it's like, I know I'm blessed. I know God is with me every day of my life. Like, I'm choosing by faith to believe that I'm wearing this. But when I wear this and I come into the new covenant, watch this. Now he says in the new covenant, he says, I've come that they might have what? Life, and life how? More abundantly. So now I get back my money, I get back my spiritual eternal life, and I'm no longer supposed to be sick because I'm wearing something by faith that I chose to put on. Can you see that? So watch this. You are not supposed to Watch this. We keep going from here to here. I don't know what I'm gonna do, and the doctor said, and this is going on, and I don't know how I'm gonna pay these bills. Like these sinners out here, watch this. These sinners out here, take that off. Watch this. The sinners are out here heading to hell wearing their coat. Is that too much? Watch this. They're living our life in the wrong jacket. And we over here acting like this is still ours instead of going back and give me my stuff. I want all my stuff. I want everything that God has ordained for me to have. I want all my stuff. I want my cake, I want my pie, and I want whatever dessert that comes along with it. I'm just getting started in my life. I'm not broke, I'm rich. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not rich. Watch this. I'm not blessed because I'm rich. I'm rich because I'm blessed. I'm rich because I'm blessed. Go ahead, say it. I'm rich because I'm blessed. Can you see that? Watch this. And so what? Okay, so, okay. All right, I get so excited. Okay, watch this. So, okay, go back over to Deuteronomy 28:45. And then I'm going to go to Deuteronomy. I'm going to go to verse 48, and then I'm going back to Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. Now, watch this, because I got somewhere I'm trying to take y'all. So last week I talked about Joseph. And so I was going to go back to Joseph this week, and the Lord said, no. He said, double down on what you're teaching them. He says, go back and double down. He says, they got their toe in it, and I want their whole head in it. Watch this. He said, double down on it. And I said, okay, Lord. I said, I'll do that. So watch this now, because you got to catch this now. I was going to go back to Joseph, because remember, Joseph got set on high. See, when you wear this thing right, there is no place for you to go but up. Catch this. This is not a fabricated blessing. Because you know how sometimes you can work hard enough to try to get a car. But you still got a note. I'm talking about some stuff that God gonna put on you where everything is debt free. Come on, somebody shout everything debt free. Say, that's what I want to wear. I want a blessing that all of earth will know that God did it. I'm not talking about a blessing that we work for. Are y'all hearing what I'm trying to tell you? No, I'm talking about something that when it comes on you, you're like, what in the world? Like this thing is overtaken. The year that I got out of debt, I lie to y'all not. My income was coming. It overtook my debt. I'm not telling you don't do practical things. I'm not telling you don't save. I'm not telling you don't pay something monthly down on your principal and on your bills. I'm not telling you none of that. I'm telling you all of that is a surefire way to eventually get out of the line. Eventually you will get out. But I'm telling you that there's something that God has already put on all of mankind in the earth if you're if you're born again. And I'm telling you that when this thing comes on you, watch this, your debt can't stand against you. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I mean, because, see, you don't understand how much weight that debt is carrying. You don't understand. You know why? Listen, I was with the mayor, and the mayor did a presentation that blessed my soul. Come on, tell my clock stop so I can talk to these people. Listen, I got to get ready to go. I ain't even get to 3 of my scriptures. Listen, I was with the mayor, and the mayor blessed my soul. That man, listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was so impressed by him. That's my first time meeting him. I was so impressed by him, Avula. This man did a presentation for 30 minutes. I told y'all. He did a presentation. And in his presentation, this man showed how the city of Richmond since the 1950s has segregated all of its areas to keep certain people in certain places. He did a presentation, the mayor, and he showed the redlining that our city has done for the last 70 years. And you know the thing that really got me, though? The presentation was brilliant. And I might get him to come and just do a night here and let him present it to y'all. Just so you can see, so you can know. But watch this. Knowing it isn't going to change it. Somebody has to change it. But for something to change, somebody's going to have to be wearing something like Joseph to come in and make it change. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So, okay, let me say this, and let me slow down but hurry up. So sometimes the things that you hate are the things you're supposed to change. Okay, I got to move forward. Okay, so one of the things that got me out of his presentation was this, though. So he showed Wickham Court, Fairfield Court, all these other courts and things like that, projects, and then he showed Carytown. And he had a red circle around all of the courts, and then he had a green circle around Carytown. And he showed how people in Carytown live 20 years longer on average than the people over here in these other red lines in these courts. So watch this. If I can keep you, watch this. If I can keep you wearing this, if I can keep you wearing this, you'll never get the faith to wear this. Y'all see what I'm saying? Yes, so the question of it is watch this. He says, so moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee, watch this, when I'm out of obedience. These curses go overtake me, watch this, until I'm what? Destroyed. Because I wouldn't listen to God. Because I wouldn't obey God. I'll be honest with you, I struggle. I can't even explain to y'all. I know I got to get ready to go, but listen, I can't even explain to y'all how frustrated I get with people who just won't follow instructions. I don't even think y'all understand. Like, it's almost just like I'm begging you to exit my presence. Like, I don't care who it is. I don't care. Because your inability to follow instructions is killing your entire life. It's killing everything within you. It's sabotaging you from wearing this thing the way you're supposed to wear this thing. Like your inability to just listen and follow instructions and obey God and do what you're supposed to do. It's you messing up your whole entire, and instead, you rather work and toil. Like, ain't you tired of just getting out of jail on the weekends? Did I hurt your feelings? Y'all all right? Ask your neighbor, say, you all right? We're just going to start. Y'all buy me some bandages. We're just going to put bandages out in the foyers going forward, so when people walk out, they just put one on. Just put one on. Listen, I got to go. My time is up. Listen, I ain't get to a lot of what I want. What I was going to try to get back to, watch this. He says, watch this. Go in the next verse 46. I'm going to go to verse 48, and then I'm going to go back to 1, and I'll stop there. And they shall be a sign, watch this, and they shall be upon thee. What's going to be upon you? The curse is going to be upon you. and the curse is going to be upon you for a sign. So how much more, if the curse comes on you for disobedience for a sign, should the blessing be on you for a sign? Y'all have no idea how important it is that the world sees God's people blessed. You don't understand. Watch this. Your empowerment to prosper is meant to be a sign that God is on your life. It's not for you to flex a flaws or be like, look at me, I got this, I got it. No, it's meant to be a sign that Satan ain't the only one that takes care of his kids. Are y'all hearing me? Because let's be honest, if you look at these people out in the world, like, man, they look like they just living good. Go home and read Psalm 73 if I'm correct. And it talks about don't fret when evildoers look like they're prospering, because they'll soon be cut down like the grass. Tell your neighbor, keep your eyes in the kingdom. Watch this. Okay, go into verse 47. Come on, I got to go. Come on, go. I got to go. All right. Because you wouldn't serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart for abundance of all things. Go ahead, verse 28, and then go back to verse 1. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. I'm going to cause you to serve your enemies because you won't obey me. Now go back to verse 1. But watch this. But if you will diligently, watch this. If you will hearken and diligently listen to all that I tell you to do, if you just obey me, watch this, won't you be able to wear this blessing? Won't you be able? Now, watch this. And it shall come to pass that if you choose life, not death, if you choose blessings, not curses, if you obey the voice of the Lord to observe to do all that he has commanded you to do this day, then he's going to do what? Where he going to put you at? Where he going to put you at? It's the only place you're ever supposed to be. I used to wonder, man, I used to go places sometimes, and now watch this. There's a difference between pride and ego and knowing. Because there were times where, watch this, I used to go places, and I'd be like, I'm supposed to be up there or in, like in a better position. You know what I'm saying? There was sometimes where watch this, it's like, okay, is that pride or is you can't humble yourself to be in the back or in the what you come or whatever? But then there's a place of knowing, like, I know I'm supposed to be up front. I know I'm supposed to have first class. I know I'm supposed to have whatever it is the best you got on your menu. Watch this. There's the balance between the two. But when you know you're wearing something, you won't keep settling for what you're settling for. Say, Lord, I truly believe that you have blessed me. You have blessed my home. I believe, God, it is your will that we wear this completely and fully, that this blessing may begin to overtake me. I decree and declare, no debt can stand under this blessing. I decree and declare, no sickness and disease can stand under this blessing. I will hear and obey, that I may fully wear this blessing, that I might be fruitful and multiply in every area of my life. I am blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed in my coming, in my going. Everything pertaining to my well-being rest on this blessing that's on my life. Give the Lord a shout of praise. Come on, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it. It's on me. I'm wearing it everywhere I go. To those of you that are watching online, there are hundreds of you online. To those of you that are here in the sanctuary, the most important part of service, nobody moving, nobody talking unless you've been authorized to do so. The most important part of what I'm talking about, you can't come under the blessing and be a seed of Abraham until you get what we call born again. Bible says every man is under the wrath of God until he gets born again. That's Romans chapter 1. I mean, everybody's going to face the wrath of the judge. Is God a loving God? Absolutely. Is God love? Absolutely. Is God holy? Absolutely. But God is also he's a judge. And he's forced to judge sin. And the problem is that sin has fallen on every man because of the first Adam. Because of his disobedience, every man has sinned. What does that mean? To miss the mark. All of us have missed the mark. This is the problem. I can't find scripturally where it says, quote unquote, necessarily that God hurts, but we read that Jesus wept. But sin, it can't be in God's presence. It pains him to see his children disobey him. But you have an opportunity to say, Daddy, I'm sorry. What happens to those that reject God's price for sin? What was the price for sin? The blood of his son. His son had to die, a sinless sacrifice. What happens if I reject the price that was paid? There's only two places you can go when you leave here. There's only two people in the earth, and it's not a color. It's not Asian, black, white, Hispanic. There's only two people. It's the saved and the unsaved. When your day comes and your ticket gets punched, he's not going to say, what color was you? He's going to say, did you know Christ? Did you make Christ Lord? It's not even male and female. It's saved and unsaved. The unsaved go to hell. What is hell? It's the lake of eternal fire. What happens if I die and I'm unsaved? You die twice. The first, the dust of the ground, your flesh goes. And second, the lake of fire for eternity. What happens if I'm born again? If I'm born again, I spend eternity with Jesus. No sickness, no disease, no crying. The scriptures even say that there's no darkness in heaven. It'll be light all day. It's no darkness in heaven. Who gets to go? Those that repent